Hi everyone, Jan here from Fursdon House. I have a new journal I want to share with you. I am on a journal making craze, I do believe. This one is a softback journal, and it has 2 signatures. It's about 50 pages. It has, let's see, the dimensions are 9.5 by 6 1/4. And if you're looking at a spine, it's looking at around 2.5 inches. Depends, you know. I've put together a closure with this beautiful organdy, I think is what it is, an organdy tie. I thought it was so pretty, and it matched the design here. This is an applique from an old pair of jeans that one of my girls used to wear, and I can't even remember which girl it was now. And I'm always saving bits and pieces, so the rest of it was falling apart, but I saved the applique, and I've had it for ages, and I thought, perfect, it's just for this. A little bit of ribbon here, and then we have here a little heart charm just hanging off there. Y'all will have to excuse my I think it's a pound puppy, or who knows. Anyway, I'm channeling my grandsons today, I guess. But that's my precious Band-Aid. I didn't have anything else handy, so I was like, okay, we'll just do that. So let's go ahead and open it up. Let's see here. You'll see that it's lined with this material, front and the back. Has pockets on either end of it, and the pockets are covered with a lace snippet that I purchased from my friend Annette at Boho Provision Company. I'll put her link below. She's got some beautiful lace snippet rolls, and I love it. I use it for just about anything and everything. So let's go ahead and get started. My friend Andy made these envelopes, and inside I put a little surprise. It cracked me up. This is Kleenex. Now this is an original, probably from the 1960s, maybe 1970s. It was advertising tasty soy. Yuck. I hate soy. Blah. Anyway, but it was Kleenex for your handbag. Lipstick tissues. Save your handkerchiefs, towels, and gloves for stains. So yeah, it was at least 1960s if we were wearing gloves. But I just thought it was sweet, and I thought, okay, you get that. And that little packet right there. Now let me get it back in there. Sweet little blue toile envelope. Velcro closure. So sweet. Thank you, Andy. That was just lovely. And here we have another envelope. I've just put in a bit of a fabric flower there. This particular design is from, I think it's My Porch Prints. I put a Velcro closure on it. And inside are 2 pieces of beautiful paper, also from My Porch Prints. I'll tell you that My Porch Prints is one of my favorite go-to places for pretty pages. It has that old time worn, just pretty. So there that one is. Okay. We've done a little tag here. This book belongs to, and of course there's journaling space. And I think this was also done by Andy. A little tag booklet. Just open it up there. This is a photocopy of, I'm speechless. Photocopy of a drawing that I did years ago when we were in Rome, Italy. And no, it wasn't there. Anyway, yeah, it was there. It was Rome, Italy. I'll get it out in a minute. Anyway, if it wasn't, it was shortly after that trip. But I was just trying out my little watercolor skills, and there's that. So that's, again, that is a photocopy of the original. This is just a plain sheet of paper to remind me that I put in an envelope, or a letter rather, that's addressed to whoever purchases the journal. It's a personalized letter, and it explains a little bit about journals and things of that nature. Pocket is made with an original page from the Edith Holden book, Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady. We have an accordion snippet here. We have a little booklet I've made. And then a card and the postcard. I'm just going to kind of think I'll just leave it all together, and that way we can try and keep this as fast as we can. Little pocket that I made with some scrap fabric, or scrap lace, and goodness, I'm just not wordy today. Blah, that's unusual for me. Little cards that go in it. Scrapbook paper. I'll come across it eventually. Thought those were, I love this color. Pinks and greens together. They're about my favorite color. And because they remind me of flowers, actually. So, here we go. Little Currier and Ives. It was a playing card, but I've just put this on the back because to me it's kind of useless as a playing card. But I love the pictures, so I just put the little back on there for journaling space. Pocket I've made with some lace and snippet fabrics. A little bit of stamping I've done. I just purchased this stamp a couple of weeks back, and I love it. I love bees, and I love flowers, so yeah, kind of makes sense. Another bit of stamping that I did, and then I've colored them with crayons. Yes, I still get to color with my crayons, although now I'm using the adult crayons that are twistable, and they don't get unsharpened or anything, so now you know. Here we have a little booklet I've created, and this is from an actual ledger from 1912. You can see some of the original handwriting on there. And there we go, and I've just put snippets of fabrics and lace and appliques and a vintage button here. I just think they're so neat, but that is the original page from that ledger. Middle of the journal, just a little sticky there with pretty flower. There we go. This one is a fold over. Plenty of journaling space on the inside. I like these. They just, you probably don't need a paper clip, but I put one on there just to ease of mind. My friend Jane Lockwood made this, and that's sweet. A little collage with Edith Holden Page and some of that beautiful, yummy fabric leaf, and then the little birds. She's done some stamping here. Y'all have to excuse my hands. They are stained. I've been doing some staining today, and it's quite the mess. And coffee dyeing, and just all kinds of fun stuff. I purchased this at a recent retreat that we went on to. It says, "Keep your eyes on the stars and your feet on the ground." I love the colors. I added this little bit of seam binding because I thought that'd be really neat to go with it. This is by In the Land of Elsewhere. That's the name of the artist who created these cards. Here are 2 more cards. Put them in the pocket here. And this pocket I created using vintage German songbooks. I got this when I was in Germany last year visiting my daughter. And so I've created the pockets out of that. Vintage, no, I'm sorry, it's not vintage. This is antique. This is like back to 1920s, 1930s, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's then called antique. Who knows? Who cares? It looks good. I'll put it that way. And there's some more cards to go inside there. And I've just got it all held together here with this neat paper clip that's an arrow. Here we have, oh, let's see, who is this? Oh, goodness. I'm drawing a blank again. Today is just not my day for words. But y'all know who she is because, yeah, you know who she is. Or at least from that era. So pretty. The more I try and think of it, the more blank I come up with. And then here we have, well, does not want to come out. Here we go. Bit of paper. And just slides down in the envelope like so. And then I've embellished that with ink and my favorite green ribbon here. I want to say Jane Eyre, but it's not Jane Eyre. We all know who this is. And it's just, Oh well, I let it go, otherwise it's just going to drive me nuts. Little purchased paper flower there. And this one is a fabric rosette. Here I have an envelope that I got from Patricia Viramontes, fabulous artist. And I've just put in some old bits of paper. Sweet little things. I don't know how old they are, but they're all yellowed, and that's all a natural stain. It's just a nice little pocket there that Patricia made. Here we have a pocket that I created with a CD sleeve, and that's an actual orchid. I've discovered that orchids actually dry better if you just sort of leave them alone. You don't press them, because then they all but disappear. So once they fall off the plant, or unless my husband says I can have some, but normally I just wait till they fall off, I'll just take them and put them in the CD sleeve and just let it sit, and it kind of dries out and flattens on its own, and it keeps its color that way. And here is a beautiful postcard, an original postcard. Just love it with all that sort of embossing, beautiful rich shades, best wishes. Let's see. Can I tell? It's 4 p.m. It's from Ohio. Does it have a year? The year is right in under there, but I'm thinking around the turn of the century, the 20th century, 1910, 1920, somewhere in there for these 2-cent stamps. That's about the time that we had them. Dear sister, just a line this morning leaves us all able to work, so on and so forth. I'm not going to go into it much more, but I just love these old postcards. I think it's a nice little bit of history. And this is just a little bit of a fabric snippet, some beautiful fabric there. This is another postcard that I've used several postcards in here. This is a new one, but it's a reproduction of, would help if I turn it right side up. It's a reproduction of an old French map of France. Ta-da! French map of France. There you go. Beautiful colors. And I've just stained it some, and here's another one. I love these. U.S. Highway 82, Georgia. Albany, Georgia. Cedars Motel Cottages. I just love those. They're so neat. Gone are the days. That's when everyone used to travel in their car all over the place. Little pocket that I created. I was inspired to do that pocket by Pam from the Paper Outpost. And I've just put in some tags here. And a card there, an achievement certificate. Alone we can do little, together we can do much. Helen Keller. Helen Keller's birthplace is here in Alabama. It's not too far from here, about an hour and a half, I think, maybe 2 hours. I've been there twice. It's really a very inspiring lady, an amazing lady. Family brings you home, sweet home. Just put those in there. But yeah, Pam of the Paper Outpost has a tutorial for using up book pages. And that's what I made this little pocket from. It was just so easy. And I'll try and remember to put that link below so that you can go to her YouTube and see how to do them. But it's really great. She did them. Most of hers were done with the pages, you know, that just have writing on them. But you can also do something like this. You don't want to use a bunch of color and design and stuff, I don't think, because it kind of interferes with it. But something plain like this, or with actual book pages, they look really nice. Just have a little snippet, or not a snippet, but what do you call it? A tuck spot. And then my porch prints again. Just like, looks like an old letter that you'd find somewhere. And then I've just done an envelope here. And did a little bit of stamping. And then on the front, I just did a little collage of fabrics, mostly laces and bits and pieces. There's a vintage button, new laces, and some vintage lace. So it turned out kind of sweet. So put him right back there if he'll behave himself. This is also from my friend Jane Lockwood. It's the deer, the roe deer. R-O-E, row, dear. Some stamping there. So sweet. This is a photocopy of an original cabinet card that I have. And I just love the old cabinet cards. I think they're wonderful. And got journal space on the reverse. A little bit of a snippet there. This is a purchased little butterfly. I think they're neat because they're layered. It's like 3 different layers, so you can you can play with it if you want. And let's see, here's another postcard. This one, get it right side up here, from about 1910, if I'm remembering correctly. It's from the French Alps. I'm sorry, French Alps. Grenoble. I'm not sure how they pronounce it. Grenoble. Knowing the French, I'm sure I'm slaughtering that, but that's what it is. Grenoble in the French Alps. All postcards used to be just black and white. Of course, everything used to be black and white. And on the reverse side, I've just done another little envelope, a smaller one this time. Little bits of lace and fabric. Another little card here. I always like to have plenty of writing space. Well, this is from an actual, whoops, hello, come on. An actual page, an original page that I've cut out and inked up the edges from the Edith Holden book. This is a greeting card. I just cut it up. I like to reuse my greeting cards, and it was so pretty. It's raised. It's like it's been embossed. You can't see it, but you can feel it. I'm not sure you can see. You can see a little bit more of it down here. It's just lovely, and I've just used that as a tuck spot for some beautiful pages. And again, this paper is from My Porch Prints. Here we've got just what I call a fabric fall, or a flip, whatever. Some pages here, some additional pages. Got some little roses there, fabric roses. Here is just a little glassine envelope that's been dyed, and we got a guest check. I always thought it'd be fun to fill out one of these and put like lobster and just, you know, really cool things that you may have purchased. Okay, maybe not, but it'd be fun to play with. And these are original bridge tallies. So beautiful. Lovely space to write on the back. They were made in Italy. Just beautiful, beautiful design here. Honors points. They and we. That was sweet. Got that from my friend Renelle. And this is another postcard. I went postcard crazy on this one. I just had so many that are so pretty, and I want to use them up. And the last postcard is from Edith Holden, from her book. Again, it's the Country Diary of an Adored-In Lady. So I thought that was really neat. On the back page here, we have another envelope, slightly different. My Porch Prints. And again, some beautiful paper. Just gorgeous. And again, another bit of that fabric or lace snippet roll from Boho Provision Company. So that is it. As I said, it is a soft bound journal. You can move it around any way you want. It's really nice. Whoops, what's that? Threads. I don't like too many threads hanging around. I get a little crazy with that. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Appreciate it if you would leave comments on the in the comment section of the YouTube. And if you liked it, just give me a thumbs up on it. Again, this will be listed in my Etsy shop. I hope you're having a lovely day. It's Wednesday here in Madison, Alabama. Take care and may God bless. Bye-bye.